Good morning. Welcome to your Wednesday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, and we have a card today from the Priestess of Light deck, which I just kind of had a gut sense this was going to be the deck today. So let's just take a couple of nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Carolyn. Glad you are here. We're just letting our shoulders drop, just wiggling a little bit, just coming into right here, right now, shaking off the sleep. Good morning to the other three of you who have popped on. Peggy. Let's see, who else do we have? Names aren't rolling much. There's Lucy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad you guys are here. Cindy, welcome. Awesome. So, as I was saying, we have the Priestess of Light deck by Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. Good morning to you too, Carolyn. Thank you for the hearts. And this is a cool card, and it kind of dovetails with a few things that have been happening for me lately, things I've been paying attention to. So let me show you the card. And again, the artwork on these cards is really awesome. So it's a goddess with a tiger staring over her right shoulder. And it's sensuality, feminine wisdom, and passion. We all could use more of that, right? So, another nice deep breath just to settle into openness, receptivity, ready for these words and what part of these words are for you. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Renee. You're getting rained on, huh? I think we've got snow coming tomorrow and Friday, and hopefully it's not going to be a ton of snow because we're having a rummage sale. We've got stuff to move. We gotta move these refrigerators. We don't even have any fridges, but we got pretty much everything else, including maybe a kitchen sink or two. So, sensuality, feminine wisdom, passion. A majestic tiger gazes to the right into your future. Look at that eye. I gotta get closer so you can see the eye. That's a pretty intense stare, isn't it? Yep. Alert to the new adventures and passions about to be awakened in your life. His thick coat and sinewy muscles relay a classic expression of sensuality and movement. This energy is present for you too. It's time to open up to a more sensuous side of life, to touch, taste, smell, and hear with a heightened appreciation and awareness. And I'm going to bump us beyond just those physical senses. Let's use our other senses too. How about our sense of intuition? Our sense of just knowing. Maybe there's clairaudience. You can hear beyond just the physical realm. Clairsentience. There's a sense of feelingness, if you want to call it that, feelingness. There's many, many more senses that we can tune into, appreciate, develop, consciously work with. So like intuition, we've worked with intuition frequently here. When we quiet ourselves to hear that still inner voice, that's a hearing, but it isn't like our physical hearing. It's that spiritual hearing, if you want to call it that. The tiger is calling you to slow down and really experience the joys of the senses. And a great place to practice this is with food. Because most of us, we take the first bite, we really enjoy the first bite, it tastes good, and before we know it, the rest of it is gone. We haven't attended to the rest of the bites. We pay attention to the first one, then we get caught up in whatever we're doing, playing with our phone, talking to whomever we're out to eat with, etc., etc. It's really empowering to take time. Good morning, Linda. Glad you were here. With whatever food you choose. So especially, I think this is good to do with sweet stuff because it really slows you down. It really gets you to satiation much more quickly when you're really attending to what am I eating here and how many times do I chew it and what does it feel like when I chew it, and if I smelled it with my eyes closed but couldn't see it, what color would I think it would be, and what temperature is it in my hand, and is it a heavy thing like a filled donut or is it a light fluffy thing? Good morning, Judy. Really play around with your food. I know we were all admonished not to do that when we were kids, but play around with your food. Really be present for it. one of the things I think you'll find is you eat a whole lot less because you've allowed yourself to become satisfied with a smaller amount as you're really paying attention to it, really letting all of your senses create that pleasure for you. All right, so that's a great place to start. But here's that line again. The tiger is calling you to slow down and really experience the joys of the senses. Savor every moment of a beautiful scene. A sweet taste, yep, chocolate. And go very slowly with the chocolate. Really let it melt in your mouth. Really play around with it. And notice how that is a different experience than when we just inhale. A sweet taste or a tender touch that sparks soul appreciation. Fabric. Fabric is fun to play around with too. Just touch things. Run them through your fingers. See what you notice. Certain things like fuzzy things or really soft things are just very pleasurable to run through your fingers. Really get your sense of touch involved there. The resulting energetic momentum brings you in alignment with the beauty and bliss of the universe. Once you begin doing this more, you begin to notice more opportunities to do it. And pretty soon you're fully engaged with your life instead of just zooming through it. Again, that Deepak quote about the park is a very different experience when you're strolling through it than when you're roaring past it in your car. Okay? So we want to slow down. We want to really appreciate and enjoy. Because when we get to the end of our lives, we want to look back and say, yeah, I really engaged. I was really connected. I was really there, present, etc. Many of us already can say, where the hell did the time go? You know, we're too busy doing and not being. Let's see here. In addition, a more passionate sensuality may be on the rise. Don't dismiss the potential for shared excitement and increased sexuality. The tiger totem also brings messages of feminine wisdom and devotion. Slowing down, yes, absolutely. Ooh, and basil and lime, that sounds fabulous. Slowing down, let's practice. Good morning, Diane, glad you are here. We are doing sensuality, feminine wisdom, and passion today. And the tiger is staring into our future. Doing and thinking ahead to, yes. Let's see here. So the tiger also brings messages of feminine wisdom and devotion, for tigresses are devoted mothers. This may foretell a period of dedicating more time to your family or even a new devotion to the needs of your own sweet inner child. Inner child work is really important. Ah, yes, you are present at the river. Just being with the river, you know, and the energy of a river is really powerful. Allowing ourselves to be open when we're there and soaking that energy up. We can refuel. We can refuel just by sitting near the water, especially a moving body of water. So, taking care of your own sweet inner child, can you see how allowing this sensuality could be a very pleasant thing for a child? I'm going to take a warm bath and pay attention to the warm bath water. I'm going to eat this, whatever it is, piece of chocolate, very, very cognitively present, very physically present, really tuning into it. Ooh, this is a good piece of chocolate. It has less wax in it and more just smooth flow of chocolate, okay? Listen to your intuition in these and all matters. This wisdom is alive in you and ready to advise. So again, there it comes the stillness piece. That voice, it's there and it's compelling. But when we create too much noise in our lives, we can't hear it. We can't hear it, either with our physical ears or with our spiritual intuitive ears. So we need to quiet the noise and the rush and the hustle bustle for periods of time. It doesn't have to be long. You could take, like Diane, go sit by the river for 10 minutes and really tune in. You're sitting at your desk, maybe you go walk around the building and tune in, really be, all right? Don't be fooled, however, by the rise of the feminine. Your gentle nature is matched with great power at this time. Tigers often hunt at night, so you may experience an increase in evening activities, both social and professional. You might also be feeling more adventurous and more willing to take risks. I think it's interesting it's talking about the night thing as we're approaching the daylight savings time thing. Good morning, Lisa. Glad you are here. Because for a lot of people, that really kind of throws them off kilter. So being extra aware as that change takes place can be really helpful and important. In fact, you may now find yourself becoming more passionate about a great many things. Enjoy your newfound zest for life. I like that, zest for life. The affirmation is, I open to the joyous experiences that all my senses bring. New adventures bring me a greater passion for life. And again, we can go back to little kid, and what did we do? We'd close our eyes and pay attention to our other senses, really bring them more online. We'd walk around with our eyes closed and laugh and giggle as we bumped into walls. We'd flip senses around. So maybe I lay on my back and I imagine that we could walk on the ceiling instead of the floor, and what would that entail? And just really bringing things online. Smell, your sense of smell. If you have essential oils, maybe you trust your intuition to pick one out for you that you're going to use for the next several days, just to really bring that sense of smell online more. And sense of smell is a very rudimentary smell. It's a very primitive kind of process. And so it really can tap a whole lot of areas of your brain and bring them online that typically we kind of leave languishing there. So we'll fire up some brain power here. So what I would like you to do is pick some things about which you can tap into your senses. So again, it can be any object. Let's just say you pick an apple, all right? But use all of your senses with that. How often do we pick up an apple and we don't even pay attention to how does it feel in our hand? Apples are cool. They kind of fit right in your hand, and they have a heft to them that's pretty neat. Rub the smooth skin. Rub it against your face. See what it feels like. Smell the apple. Really pay attention. And when you do all of that stuff prior to biting into the apple or cutting it up, again, I think you're going to be more appreciative of that apple. So practicing this sensuality, being connected to our senses, allowing them to bring more joy and zest into our lives. That is your mission for today. I'll show you the card again. Sensuality, feminine wisdom, passion. That's going to be for Wednesday. We're going to have Passion Wednesday, Feminine Wisdom Wednesday, Sensuality Wednesday. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Have an awesome day. I'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. And for those of you, two things. For those of you who would like to receive these early morning intuitive guidances in your email, just send the word yes to Bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com. Bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com, and I'll add you to my mailing list so you also get these via email. And I just want to remind everybody, let me see if I can find one here. For those of you who are in local, I got another person yesterday who wants to come to the Building a Safe, Affordable Neighborhood. So if you're interested in intentional housing or co-housing, I'm going to be doing a talk and forming my group on March 24th, which is a Friday, from 3 to 5. And if you email me, Bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com, I can send you the information and get you signed up if you're local. This one is actually going to be a face-to-face one. From there, I'll probably do a Zoom one, an online one. And even if you're not in the area and won't be a part of this particular project, doesn't mean that you can't gather information for your own project wherever you live, because I really believe we need, well, I know we need far more housing. The statistics in Outagamie County, the county I live in, are we need between 10,000 and 17,000 more housing units in the next 7 years. That's a whole lot of housing. So I'm sure most areas have similar issues where people just don't have, well, someone who's on our Facebook right now just put a house up for sale. There were 4 viewers within one day, and they had a bidding war and it went for significantly more than what the asking price was. There's just not stuff available. So this is my opportunity to build something where I would like to live, and I'm hoping a diverse group of people would like to join me in creating this neighborhood. So again, Bonnie at empowermentandpurpose.com, and I'll get you the information you need. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.